Hello, guys. It's a wonderful day in Sri Lanka. My name is Kaushalya, and today I'm going to do a small review about the film Taste of Cherry by Abbas Kiarostami, and hope you guys enjoy. Abbas Kiarostami's Taste of Cherry 1997 is a profound meditation on life, death, and the human condition. Set against the stark yet evocative landscape of Iran, winner of the Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival, this film is both depictively simple in its narrative and deeply complex in its themes. It invites viewers to ponder existential questions while challenging traditional cinematic conventions. The story follows Mr. Badi, a middle aged man who drives through the outskirts of Tehran in search of someone willing to bury him after he commits suicide. The promise unfolds as a series of encounters with different individuals: a young Kurdish soldier, an Afghan seminarian, and an elderly Turkish taxidermist. Each of these characters represent a distinct perspective on life and death, contributing to the film's philosophical depth. Kiarostami's use of minimalist plot structure reinforced the thematic essence of the film. The narrative's episodic nature mirrors the protagonist's inner journey, as each interaction serves as a stepping stone in his existential exploration. The deliberate pacing and absence of conventional dramatic tension compel the audience to engage actively with the material, filling in the emotion and intellectual gaps left by the sparse dialogues and action. At its core, Taste of Cherry is an exploration of the value of life and the individual's autonomy over their existence. Mr. Badi's quest to end his life raised questions about the morality of suicide and the societal stigmas surround it. However, the film does not provide clear answers. Instead, it offers a spectrum of viewpoints, leaving the audience to grapple with the ambiguity. The Turkish taxidermist story about finding joy in simple pleasure, such as the taste of a cherry, encapsulate the film's life-affirming undercurrent. These moments serve as a counterbalance to Mr. Badi's despair, suggesting that even in the face of suffering, moments of beauty and connection can be profoundly meaningful. Kirostami's direction is marked by his characteristic use of realism and restraint. The film's visual language is dominated by wide shots and long takes, emphasizing the vastness of the landscape and the isolation of the protagonist. The barren hills and dusty roads become a metaphor for Mr. Badi's existential desolation, while the shifting lights and shadows reflect his internal turmoil. The director's decision to use non-professional actors add to the film's authenticity. Humayun Irshadi's subdued performance as Mr. Bhadi is particularly compelling, conveying a profound sense of weariness and introspection. The interaction between characters feels naturalistic, blurring the line between fiction and reality. Sound design plays a crucial role in Taste of Cherry. The sparse dialogue is interspersed with ambient sound, the hum of the car engine, chirping of the birds, the rustling of leaves, creating an immersive atmosphere. Silence too is used effectively, allowing moments of introspection to resonate more deeply. Breaking the fourth wall is a technique in which a work of art directly acknowledges its audience, disrupting the boundary between the fictional world and the viewer. In Taste of Cherry, the enigmatic ending employs this method. After Mr. Badi lies down in the grave he has prepared, the scene fades to black, only to return with behind the scene footage of the film's crew. This meta cinematic movement disrupts the narrative's immersion, reminding viewers of the constructed nature of cinema. It prompts reflection on the relationship between art and reality, as well as the role of the audience in interpreting a story. Abbas Kiarostami's work has profoundly influenced Iranian cinema, reshaping its global perception and artistic identity. Through his minimalist storytelling and focus on everyday life, Kiarostami brought international recognition to Iranian cinema. His use of non-professional actors, naturalistic dialogues, and open-ended narratives challenged traditional filmmaking norms and paved the way for a new wave of Iranian directors. Kiarostami's films often blur the line between fiction and reality, encouraging viewers to engage critically with the medium. This approach not only elevates Iranian cinema on the world stage but also inspires inspired filmmakers worldwide to embrace a more introspective and experimental style. Taste of Cherry is a prime example of how Kiarostami's artistry has left an indelible mark on both Iranian cinema and global cinema. Conclusion. Taste of Cherry is a masterful blend of philosophy and cinema, offering meditative experience that lingers alone after the credits roll. Its minimalist approach, coupled with its profound thematic concerns, make it a landmark in world cinema. Kiarostami challenges viewers to confront their own beliefs about life and death, using the medium of film not just to tell a story but to pose a series of unanswerable questions. While its deliberate pacing and ambiguous ending may not appeal to all audiences, those willing to engage with its contemplative rhythm will find Taste of Cherry to be a deeply rewarding experience. It is a testament to the power of cinema as a vehicle for existential inquiry and artistic expression.